Pisces. Welcome to your reading today. Thank you so much for joining me. We're going to be just asking the universe what messages want to come through. It's really just going to be kind of freestyling, getting a reading from the oracle cards first and then on to the tarot. Pisces have been going through some interesting energies lately. There's been a contradiction kind of in the universe for them. Like, it's both a lot of really good things happening, things about to pop off, this sense of momentum building and electricity, static in the air for them. At the same time, they're kind of cutting ties to old patterns, cutting ties to relationships that don't serve them. And so there's a bit of a bittersweet tilt to the last month or two, and a lot of growth happening. So it'll be interesting to see what the cards pop off with today. All right, so for Oracle, tell Pisces what messages do they need to keep in mind? Do they need to hear? Wisdom, not a surprise, right? Kindred spirits. I do feel for a lot of you guys that there is a friend or connection that has popped through in the last few months that really has stood out from the rest. It might remind you of an old type of friendship, you know, kind of an innocence or an authenticity there that is refreshing. For Pisces, nope. Yeah, there we go. New beginnings, yeah. Yeah, and that's that electricity, that's that static in there I was speaking about. The wisdom ties definitely into those, tapping into your high priestess energy, which is your intuition, tapping in and actually putting to work some of the tools that you've actually collected over the years. You're really getting the opportunity to do that. And that's one way that's pretty productive and positive to look at cutting these ties. You don't have to do it with anger. You don't have to do it with sadness. You can just do it with efficiency. It's just straight up. You really can't afford to be drugged down energetically going forward. You just have too much shit to do. You know? It's just that straight up. All right, you guys, let's get into your reading. This feels good. This feels good. We're going to start with just the classic Rider-Waite Smith tarot deck. I'm just going to add that Smith because she was responsible for all those illustrations. All right, so starting with which Pisces we're speaking to, what messages do we need to know about them currently in their current state? What messages? All right, well, we got the Two of Cups flying out with the Lovers and with the Ten of Cups. So, like, I don't know why, but I'm like getting teary-eyed. So you're very focused on divine partnership. That's the words that pop up into my mind. I'm going to put that Ten of Cups right on top of our oracle card, the Kindred Spirits. This is really beautiful, you guys. It's like you've got this laser focus, this tenacity, this determination, and you can feel it almost right around the corner if some of you guys don't already have it yet. For those of you guys who have this connection, this partnership you're building, you're putting that tenacity and that focus into it. You are very much manifesting. Let's see if we can get any, yeah, I feel like what messages, I'm going to just be asking what messages do we need to know about these. So regarding Ten of Cups, what messages for Pisces regarding Ten of Cups? Making sure that's regarding Ten of Cups for Pisces. Yep, that's that tenacity, the Seven of Wands. Fighting for what you believe in and the value system that you desire. Pentacles, you have an offering coming forward here. That one flew out quickly. You might have a few. I feel that in the future you're going to be coming out of apathy. You're going to be coming out of a place of, I think that while you have this ideal, you know, your value system and somebody, you're getting a very good clue, an idea of what you want in a partner, somewhat because you've already had what you don't want, right? And those are some of the ties that are worth cutting. But I feel that what, if anything that you've struggled with, it's with a sense of apathy, with a sense of like jadedness, and exhaustion. And that tenacity still is a word that pops up. I think that you recognize sometimes when we least desire it, that's when all the offers come flooding in. I see that you do have multiple offers coming in here. I'm going to get some clarity on. And I do think that you're going to be inspired to move past any of that jaded feeling, any of that energy that's been bogging you down. You know what that is you need to shut the door on a couple things. And you already know, you're closing up the chapter on a couple things. You're recognizing patterns that you need to change in yourself. And these things, whether it's an open door that is letting all the warm air escape, or it's just an old connection that's dragging you down and you just need to cut that thread. Those things are what's connecting, are what is leading you to this apathy or this exhaustion. So when you do cut those, you know, and what you're left with are your ideals, with that laser focus, with your values, and all of a sudden that path becomes clearer for which of these cups really holds the treasure, right? Because if you look closely at all these offers, yes, they're all in a sparkling golden cup, and that's what an offer feels like when it first comes through. It's just exciting because it's an offer in of itself. But if you look closely, not all of them are positive. Some of them are serpents. So I think going forward, it all looks very good. But regarding the lovers, oftentimes lovers is Gemini energy. This can be love coming through. It can also be a decision. So we're going to get an idea what messages from the universe about this decision. We've got some anxiety coming through because there's some communication that you'd like to have with somebody. This could be a recent ex. This could be somebody that even you're not even sure if it's an ex or not. Like it's kind of like it's drifting, and it needs to be something needs to be spoken, and something needs to you need closure on something, and it's not happening. With 8 of Wands actually flying out upside down. I have put it upright, but I do notice when things fly out upside down and reverse and feel reversed, and that's what this feels like. You're having a little anxiety because it doesn't seem that you are going to get closure the way that you want with this person. Yeah, you put in a lot of work. And sweethearts, I'm just going to say this. I know you know this, but sometimes you have to find that closure inside yourself. And we can do that through ritual. We can do that through a pep talk. I find that our own rituals are really powerful. You know, I live by the water here, and sometimes I just go down to the beach and throw rocks, you know? Or, you know, I love this. I think the Cuban culture has this somewhere. A Cuban friend of mine showed me this, and my mother taught me this. You can always take an egg or a couple of them. This is kind of wasteful, but you can write something on that egg and make it a blessing or a prayer, but something that you're casting out, right? Like you can do it with love, but throw that egg, throw it in a tree, or throw it, so see it smash, you know? If it's a fear, if it's an anxiety, if it's a worry, write it down on that egg and throw it with all of your might and see it crack and feed and nourish the ground, you know, because it will. Sometimes we have to create our own closure is what I'm saying. I want to know a little bit more about this 2 of Cups. I'm going to open up another deck for it. I'm going to open up our friends over here. Another Rider-Waite Smith deck. All right. What about this 2 of Cups? Now, 2 of Cups, I want to tell you, this is twin flame energy. This is the lovers, but it also denotes, like it suggests a decision that needs to be made, and that's what this is talking about. How are you going to get this closure? Because you don't need to suffer. You don't need to stay up thinking in your head at night or anxiety ridden. If somebody else is not communicating, well, guess what? You can put that work towards yourself. 2 of Cups, now that is twin flame energy. That is equal compromise. That is divine partnership. So what about this 2 of Cups? Does Pisces need to know? What about this 2 of Cups? All right, babies. Now we have 8 of Wands, which does not come through, by the way, very often in a reading. And now we have two 8 of Wands cards. This one was upside down. We knew that there was no messages coming in. They were stifled. This is communication because this came out upright, my friends. So your divine partnership, you could be already talking to them. Messages could be flying through. They could be one of these golden goblets up here. You just don't even know that they're one of the ones that has gold in it. Like this person, either way, is a communicator. It's going to feel so refreshing in stark contrast to this other individual or this past experience. The Wheel of Fortune, this feels very much for some of you guys like somebody coming back through. This could be an old ex who's coming back forward. This could also be just simply karmic. Tell us more about this divine partnership for Pisces. All right. Tell me more. What about this divine partnership? There was a big wake-up call here. There's a big wake-up call with this person. This is kind of a life-changing thing. When the Judgment comes out, it is kind of life-altering. This could be a pattern that's recognized. This could be a behavior that's changed. Tell me more about this 6 of Wands in reverse. Yeah, this is things righting themselves, things balancing out. I do feel that this could be an apology. The energy slows. I think there's healing that's trying to take place here. Hanged Man energy, you're coming through your own reading with a, yep, this is slow down energy. I think that they want to go faster than you want to. I think they have to relearn you. I think that Page of Pentacles comes out here, and that is kind of like young energy, like seeing that you're a person is a novice again, like. So I don't know if this is an offer you're necessarily going to take, but it's certainly healing to have this information or this communication. So going forward, I'd like to know what messages Pisces can benefit from. How do they move forward towards love? Because that's what this looks like. So this is going to be about patience and balance. Definitely cutting those ties with the Queen of Swords so that you can bounce up. You can bounce out of apathy. You can bounce towards inspiration. And we've got 7 of Pentacles, the tenacity. And then we end with the 10 of Cups, which is perfect because that's how we started. I just ruined my little line of cards here. So you guys, I think that just to wrap it up, I think that yes, wisdom, focusing on your connections that are giving you energy and strength with the kindred spirits, if that's 1 or 2 connections that you've had in the last couple of months that feel kind of like you're a kid again, make you laugh again, focus on those. You are starting something new, starting something fresh. In order to do that, it's definitely important to recognize that you just might have to give yourself closure in an area, and I suggest creating your own ritual around that, or giving yourself your own conversation through meditation, or just simply speaking to yourself. Say like, Pisces, listen, you can put all that work you applied to this person into yourself. You do seem to have somebody coming through with all these messages. Usually with 8 of Wands, they're quick messages or quick travel. And yes, sometimes it is travel. For very few of you, it will be. But they'll be coming back, I think, trying to get closure, possibly with an apology. Something's changed for them. They want some, but you need to go about this very slowly, even if it's just simply with grace, accepting their apology. And, it can always turn into a friendship, or you can just take that apology and move forward in your own life. But you do definitely slow things down with your own energy, even though they might want to kind of come roaring through, and that's okay. But the way forward for you guys in closing, in order to get to that 10 of Cups, which is something you want so badly, it's definitely being willing to cut out what's not working for you, because it's part of your transformation here. With Temperance, it's really calling your attention to balance. So even like whether it's sugar and alcohol, drugs, smoking, or if it's sleep or anything, even in the 3D world, balance really comes into play. Because you're going to need all that energy going forward. All that sparkle, all that energy and that static that's going on is about a new beginning. All right, you guys, I'm wishing you luck. There looks to be a lot of love in your future. Take care. Bye.